This is Up, directed by Pete Docter, scored by Michael Giacchino, an Academy Award-winning animated film about a floating house, a wordless love story that somehow says everything. A simple mailbox, marked with handprints, a quiet sky, and the dreams we project onto it. But beneath all that charm lies something more. Hi, I'm Aaron, and this is StoryArt Cinema. Every week, we break down the most powerful scenes in film and television and what they can teach us about story, structure, and emotional impact. Today, we're looking at the opening of Up. There's a scene, just 4 minutes long, no dialogue, no narration, just music and life. It's called Married Life, and it's become one of the most beloved and emotionally resonant openings in modern film. We're going to walk through how that sequence works, why it matters, and how a wordless montage ends up carrying the emotional weight of the entire film. This is how Up says everything before the adventure ever begins. They meet young, and instantly, we feel them. Not through dialogue, but through rhythm, through routine, through curiosity, through shared vision. We don't hear their vows, but we witness them in every moment, every choice. From picnics to paint rollers to hospital beds. These aren't just memories. They're everything. And by the time Carl lowers his head, we're not just watching, we're grieving. We all start with a version of life we thought we'd have, a story we were promised. And when that story breaks, it's not always replaced by a louder one. Sometimes it's replaced by silence. Carl doesn't say much in the second half of Up. He doesn't have to. The grief speaks for him. But the film doesn't leave him there. It introduces someone who doesn't need Carl to be perfect, just present. Russell, an unexpected tether to life. And when Carl finally lets the house go, the weight, the dream, the guilt, it drifts away. But what it means to him remains. When we talk about setup and payoff, this is what we mean. Not a twist, not a callback, but something planted early and left to grow. A dream shared by a child in a room made of cardboard and belief. She's not trying to convince us. She just believes it's possible. Moments like this are easy to forget, until the story brings us back. And we realize they weren't just charming, they were everything. When Carl lifts off, we don't cheer because the house is floating. We cheer because he let go. The weight, the grief, the dream. No dialogue, no explanation, just story in motion. The most powerful moments aren't always big ones. Russell's story about his dad, how much it meant when someone else showed up. That's the power of presence in stories and in life. It's not about fixing the moment. It's about being there for it. So when he returns, it's not to hold on, but to let go. No words, just quiet intent. Not to rebuild the life they had, but to honor it. He doesn't try to erase her. Doesn't try to pretend it's fine. He just allows the moment to be. We thought the story was about unfinished dreams, but this moment reframes it. Ellie wasn't holding Carl back. She was showing him how full their life already was. That one change redefines everything before it. That's what great storytelling does. It doesn't just close the arc. It changes what the arc meant. So piece by piece, he lets go. The chairs, the table, the weight of memory. This isn't the Carl who shut the world out. This is someone choosing change. Their dream, it doesn't have to be forgotten. He's not discarding the past. He's learning to carry it differently. And so, the house rises, not just into the sky, but out of grief. And for the first time, Carl rises too. He couldn't give Russell the thing he wanted most. Not the father he hoped for, not the story he imagined. But in the end, Carl gave him something better. He showed up, fully, quietly, proudly. A badge passed down, not because it was earned the usual way, but because it meant something. Carl didn't fix the past. He made peace with it. And in doing so, he became someone new. Not the explorer he once dreamed of being, not the bitter man he feared becoming, but a friend, a mentor, a quiet hero. And when they sit, ice cream in hand, watching the world without a word, that's the new adventure. The house is gone, the grief has shifted, and what remains is connection. Not perfect, but real. And that's enough. Thanks for watching StoryArt Cinema. If it moved you, stay close, because stories don't end, they echo.